Today you're going to learn how to make filament using felt, support, wrapped, or recycled material into new plastic filament using our Filabot system. Okay, next step in making recycled filament is to take your crushed, felt prints, support, or wrap material, or other waste plastic, and run it through the recycler system. Before you do that, make sure it's nice and fine. You don't want big chunks, it'll cause it to clog and jam up. So what I like to do is get a cupful, put it into a smaller container, and mix it with some raw virgin plastic just for the best consistency and results. I just put a little bit in there, put the lid on, shake it up to mix it with mix the raw and the recycled together. Then we'll run it through the system. Next up, now that we got our plastic or recycled plastic mixed with raw virgin material, is to pour it into the filament maker. Before pouring it in and before mixing it, you should actually make sure if your plastic's cleaned of all contaminants, no tape, glue, make sure it's all the same kind, PLA, no ABS or HIPS or other materials mixed in. We have separate videos that will break down each material and the temperatures and properties for each. Every material has its own speed settings and all temperature settings. This is PLA, it goes fairly low, so we're going to go ahead and start it up. You got to make sure your main power's on, your temperature control's on, and that is preheated to the set temperature. Once it's set preheated to the set temperature, you can go ahead and start extruding. Do not extrude unless it's at temperature. You will break your Filabot. And once we have it coming out, we kind of just pull it to get it going. I like to put a fan on it to cool it so I can control it more as it comes out, or something to just cool it. Some people run it through water. Okay, now that we got it extruding, we're going to go ahead and wind it using our Filabot Spooler system. We want to start it off nice and slow. There's speed control just right here as we did it winding at first. Once you have it fed through a little bit, you can speed it up so it doesn't dangle and the Filabot doesn't fall behind. Just let it wrap around the spool a couple of times so it grabs. Or what I like to do, I don't have any with me at the moment, is I like to get it started and use alligator clip. Okay, now that we got it successfully spooled, we're going to watch it and measure the diameter. When you're spooling it, don't get frustrated if you fail your first time. It does take practice and it does take a few tries. So now that it's going successfully, we got a decent diameter and consistency going. We're going to grab some calipers, zero it out, and check the diameter. We're a little off, just a little small.
Hold it back up there.
So we're going to slow it down.
Okay, good.
To make it thicker. There's a number of ways of controlling the consistency. Type of plastic you're melting and making. Each color operates at a different temperature versus how much virgin plus recycled material you have in. Higher the temperature, it's usually going to come out skinnier. The lower the temperature, it's going to come out a little thicker. So you don't have to play around with the temperature so you got it perfect and dialed in. Another way of doing it is the cooling system. We have our fan right here that cools it down a bit faster, keeping the consistency more accurate, and the speed you're spooling it at. Right now, we're almost, just by looking at it, to 175 it looks like. And we're right on the dot. Thank you for joining us today as we walk you through using our Filabot recycling system to turn your felt prints, raw plastic, supports, and other waste plastic into new filament. Be sure to check out our other videos related to the Filabot on specific filaments such as ABS, PLA, PETG, and other materials. Or also be sure to check out our other videos on www.imaginethat3d.com. Thanks. Happy printing.